Hello and welcome to Your Worst Neighbors podcast. I am the surprise host tonight, PX, your guys' favorite Filipino from San Jose. And we have the amazing co-host here.
Yo, what's going on, you guys?
It's Sam Schmitty.
What's going on?
Dad's out of town.
Yeah, I know.
He gave us the approval to do the podcast. So we're doing this, man.
I know. This is what happens when you have to bank episodes.
I know, right? We're like, do you want to knock out an episode? We're like, fuck it, let's knock out the episode. I'm like, Dad's gonna be mad, but not really. He said it was okay.
He said it was okay. He said he might try to swing through at the end.
Oh no, he better fucking swing through.
Hell yeah.
I was like,
I think the rule is like if you're here for like at least 20 minutes, it counts. I feel like that's like a fair marker in the line. You know, if you're here for 20 minutes, it counts as you were here for the episode.
Oh yeah. I mean, even if he was here for 5 minutes, I feel like it would still count.
That's tough. I don't know.
That's like the very end.
It's like your dad being at your birthday party for like 5 minutes. Does that really feel the way we need it to?
Well, I hope he shows up. I hope he shows up to our birthday party.
Is he gonna bring us presents from like the pharmacy?
I hope he does. I'm hungry.
We're gonna get like a wiffle ball bat.
Food. I hope he brings food.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yes, and then it was funny because we were like, all right, we got the bong out, we got the dab out. It's just like, yeah. This is gonna be fun.
I like that in the midst of attempting to also get a real job within 2 minutes of starting the podcast, PX is like, there's drug use happening here. Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, it's cannabis. I think we're okay.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. We're fine.
And I keep looking at Jorge's empty chair. I'm like,
I know, it's sad. It's sad.
I'm like, I wish he was here.
I know.
But it's all right. The show must go on. So thank you guys for tuning in. I think we're going to have a great episode because we haven't done this before where it was like me and Sam and I don't know if we were planning on getting we were thinking of getting it. We were trying, but then, last minute Friday stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to tell somebody at like 7:30, hey, can you do a podcast at 8 tonight? Yeah. That's a tough sell, honestly.
Yeah, and mind you, we're like on it, and then even Jorge was like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. Even the host of this show was like, this is a crazy time to do this.
He's like, how about you guys take the reins on this? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it feels more like delegation than it feels like our opportunity.
No, that's why I was dad.
But yeah,
it's like a chore. But I love doing stuff like this. I think
it rules.
It's different. It's like getting your voice out there. People are actually absorbing the information. They're commenting, which is really dope. And I like it because I'm like, it's working. And great job, by the way, on those reels, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
The man behind the reels.
It makes me uncomfortable to take credit for that.
Why?
I don't know, because it feels like I want it to be something that like comes from the show, but it does.
But like that's the thing that blows my mind because I didn't even know. Like I'm on the audio and I'm just like, we're fucking hilarious. Little did I know, like Sam clipped some of it, which was still good stuff. But and like no one would ever know that. Like I didn't even fucking know, and I was like.
Well, it's you had like
it was good though.
You have to sometimes. Like we will say and like do funny things and we'll tell stories that are good and stuff like. Well, you guys will at least tell like good stories and stuff like that. But then, admittedly, like we'll all have moments where we interject with other shit as well. You know.
Well,
so
and I'm a stoner. I like forget and I like to interrupt and I hate that I'm rude, but I don't mean to be rude. That's the thing. I'm such a stoner and I'm such like depression, anxiety. Like my brain doesn't process. If I don't spit it out, like I'm gonna forget and then it's gonna make me depressed. I'll be like, great, now I forgot it.
Like, no, I completely agree. If I don't get it out, it's gone.
Yeah, no, you have to. Don't say get it out, but yeah, like you know what I mean. You just. You gotta ease it in and remember. But I love those stoner moments where it's like you remember, like, what were we talking about? What were you talking about? And then boom, 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 trigger. I'm like, oh yeah, we got it. It's like getting the star in Mario Brothers.
No, it is. It's mental. It's mental. Connect the dots. It rules. I like.
Now
I
gotta spit out story, or else I'm gonna forget. Completing. What was my point? Why was I telling this story again?
Well, and there's nothing better than being like on the fourth story rabbit hole on like a single point.
Right.
What I mean?
Which we've done. We've gone on tangents so many times. And I'm like, all right, we got to bring it back. And I think I'm so thankful that we have that dynamic where we're like, all right, we got to bring it back. And it's so subtle. Like we don't even notice it. And I'm like, boom, we're back on topic, which was one of our topics that we were going to talk about. There was a really interesting one that, you were talking about. Oh yeah. It was about, so I didn't know this. Sam, wait, I'm hoping. Yeah, Sam was talking about this chick who was on YouTube.
Oh hell yeah! Are we gonna get into this?
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna get it.
Dude,
we're gonna get
right,
it's a good segue.
right,
It's a good segue, right? It's a good segue because this lady just was, basic doing YouTube stuff and then started doing.
Well, look, let me pull up her Wikipedia on the side here, just so that I'm just because I don't want to get details wrong. If we're gonna talk about somebody's life, I'd rather make sure that like,
we're at least.
I'm not like I've seen I've seen specific videos, but I've never cared enough to be like, let's get the full.
So where did you get the article? Like, where did you hear the wind? Where did you get wind of it?
So first and foremost, let's just I'll set this up by saying we're talking about Lena the Plug.
Okay, I didn't know who that was until Sam mentioned who it was.
Us and every other podcast right now, deservedly so, are talking about Lena the Plug. And Lena the Plug is...
Lena the Plug.
Yeah, shout out. Seriously, shout out.
Because we would be talking about that.
She looks like she's been having a good time.
And she's a YouTube.
Yes, she was, I believe, and I'm pulling up the facts just to be able to give the story correctly. But more
Producer Sam
or less
talking.
Right, I know.
He's putting on a different hat right now.
It pains me even to see, because it's like on a comedic level, I really enjoy a broad brush. Well, but there's a producer side of me that's like, let's get the facts straight if it's going to be recorded.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely going to be recorded. Which I thought it was a good kind of segue of what we were talking about. The reason why I think we came we started talking about, he started talking about that. And then I was also mentioning that when I'm 40 years old and people do things that are crazy. And I think about this young lady, when she has kids and shit, like, what are they going to fucking think? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like that. I think about stuff like that. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about it before, but I'm thinking about it right now in this moment. And then I think about what I was doing when I was 18. And do I want my kids to do what I was? Hell, motherfucker, no. But I feel like I'm doing something right?
I really do think that there's gonna be an entire generation of kids who have a parent who did OnlyFans.
Right.
But it's going to be normalized to the point of dude, your dad used to rap. It's going to be something like that. You know what I mean?
There are. Of course there are. Yeah.
Of course there are.
40, 50, yeah.
It'd be like, dude, your dad's in a band. What?
Your mom's a comedian.
Exactly. And it's all this kind of, it's literally like that surprise, like that, what happened? But it's going to be so normalized by then it won't matter. It won't matter. Funny. Once an entire generation has been on there.
It's just kind of like you tell your kids, don't do drugs. You know what I mean? You'd be like, don't be a stripper. Exactly. No offense to the strippers. I'm not saying anything. I love strippers. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful. They're making their money. I give them props. But I'm just saying, I don't want my kids to do it. It's kind of like Filipinos want their kids to be nurses. And I'm like, okay, this is what not to do. I don't want any of that. Comedy. I'm like, don't be a comedian, dude. But unless that's what they really want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how that, but we can do different type of dancing. How about that? You know what I'm saying? There's different type of, but
anyways, let's back to
there we go.
Back to Miss Lena. Shout out. I've seen that. She was started on YouTube, did the classic life discussions. No, she is 31, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe she's 31. Yeah. 31, 32, somewhere in there. I think she was born I think it says 91. She was born here. Yeah. She actually went to UC Santa Cruz. So shout out Banana Slugs, dude. Shout out Banana Slugs. But anyways, she was and I believe might still be, is a YouTuber, does all this, did all this kind of stuff, talked about her personal life, described having sex with people, threesome, stuff like that. And eventually, I think at 1 million subscribers, she was like, I'll do a sex tape and put it out, right?
YouTube.
Well, she was saying it on YouTube. She was probably going to release it somewhere else, but she would do a sex tape or whatever. Yeah. Right? It was 20, I don't know.
During COVID?
The next part of her, I love this. The next part of the, after it says that line, right? It's 100 million, she's going to do a sex tape. The immediate next section in the article is called Other Ventures.
Wow. In the Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's not even a Wikipedia. It's a Wiki Everybody. It's a step down below Wikipedia.
Okay, they're
which, by the way, she should have a Wikipedia at this point.
I mean, hello.
She should. Hello. She's trending everywhere.
Right. I mean, she's 32 years old.
More or less.
1991.
More or less, yes. She ended up then moving on to some cam stuff and doing that kind of thing. But as of late, she's been doing a podcast with Adam22 who's a partner, right? I don't know if they're married or whatever.
Okay, but that's her partner.
Yeah. That's why I just don't know either way.
Yeah.
So they've been doing this podcast called Plug Talk, and basically what they do is they talk to another porn star, female porn star, and then they hook up with them afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like the first half is like released
Who
on...
books this? Just kidding. Them?
I would assume her, but probably not. No, they probably have an agent. Honestly, they probably have some sweaty guy in a boardroom like, we need to figure out what we're doing for the next Plug Talk. Like, they really do probably have a whole corporate team behind it.
I mean,
but regardless,
come for the booty, stay for the...
I apologize for taking so long to get through this story, but more or less, she was doing this podcast with her boyfriend, Adam 22, did this other podcast for a while that got him famous, got him to that point.
Is this during COVID? Like, is this how this...
Yeah, they were doing it. I think they were... they started
became famous
doing
during COVID, right?
I wouldn't say... She was pretty famous before. Like, she had like 1 million YouTube subscribers in like 2017.
Oh,
like,
so before COVID, she was already...
She was kind of
a YouTube
bigger
sensation.
Deal. And his show, No Jumper, was pretty big. Actually, I remember... Like, that podcast blew up after they had this woman on who told the story about being like gangbanged by a whole bunch of the Phoenix Suns and like name drop dudes and like her. You remember that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was his show that he was.
Didn't they win the?
No, but they played really well, right? Like, it was clearly some good team bonding. You know what I mean? They for sure
after
were
it came
connected.
After it came out, or no, this is before that came out.
Before they came out,
right.
Everyone looked back and went, "Oh, okay, so yeah, you know, hell yeah."
Oh man,
which I would
you think
shout out teamwork.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only imagine what the Basketball Wives thought.
Oh Lord, yeah, I don't know. Anyhow,
that's just
I don't
like
know.
that's
wild.
just like the fire truck, and you know the fire truck that dropped off a stripper at the Pink Poodle in San Jose. That's just like that, and that's what I think of. And I was like, whose wife?
PX, where is a better place to get pole practice than a fire station? Where is a better place?
That makes sense.
Where's a better place?
That's the first time.
It was platonic. It was friendship. There was somebody that was like, you can come practice here. It's no problem at all. I guarantee it. It was all above board. Why did she drive her
goddamn self to the fucking police truck? Fire department.
She cares about the environment. Thank you very much.
So you're saying
she cares about the environment.
You're saying a truck is better to drive?
Well, I'm saying if they already have to go somewhere, they're like, why not carpool?
We're heading in that direction.
Oh no shit, we're going that way. We go to the Safeway right there all the time.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. That's what was happening.
And you know, I was thinking.
By the way, we're doing the thing we talked about before this.
Oh yeah, no, we're fucking doing it right now. I'm doing the segue. We're doing it right now. Yeah, and I was saying this is the part I was talking about. Like when I saw about the incident about the Pink Poodle and then the Phoenix Suns, I was like, which wife heard the fucking podcast? Which friend of the wife heard the fucking podcast? Which wife saw the chick come out of the fire truck knowing that was a San Jose police and were like, who was on that shift? Like, yeah, I can just imagine the wives.
See, I'm picturing it from the dude perspective.
Of course you are.
So I'm imagining like the dude from the Phoenix Suns who wakes up and looks at his phone one morning and it goes, yo, wait, what? This chick's talking about what now?
Oh, no.
This bitch better not have said my name.
Oh, no.
That just must be the most cold sweat, stomach drop moment. It just, oh, no.
No, and then until the memes come out, right? And then you're just like, all right, that was clever.
Gosh. And you know what the crazy thing is? I don't know about you. I haven't watched it every time, but I've come across that clips enough time that if I close my eyes and think about it, I can kind of picture the chick talking about it. I can picture the chick talking about it. Tan, straight brown hair. Yeah, I can picture it.
Once you see it once, it's like, yeah.
So sometimes there are moments that stick with you. There are moments that stick with you.
That was fucking crazy.
But yes. Anyhow, back to this lady.
Yeah.
She, this fine young woman was doing this podcast with her partner, and they would hook up with girls all the time.
Yeah.
Finally, they decided, obviously wasn't in the room, that she was going to do a scene with the dude. Right?
Mind you, he's the one recording this stuff.
I assume so.
He's part of the production or whatever.
I assume so.
Who knows?
Mediocre production. It was fine.
I mean, it's just like how we co-host. Yeah, well, not just like that, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a co-host. All right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so she released a little teaser to let people know that was going to be happening. It wasn't like a video of them doing anything, but it was like her with like that guy in the background the guy that she hooked up with,
Right.
as like a teaser, like about a month ago.
Mind
or so.
you, she was hooking up with just her partner this whole time, right?
For at least an extended stretch, since they've
Right.
been together, since they were doing
Right.
this podcast. For sure, she hadn't been with any other guys, as far as I know.
Right.
Maybe, but as far as I know. So more or less, this video comes out, right? And there are plenty of well-endowed individuals throughout
Right.
the porn industry. This dude's known as one of them more so.
Right. He's
For
well
sure.
endowed.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Exceptionally.
Over endowed.
Depending on who you are. Depending on who you are.
I don't know. I think of top notch male porn stars. I'm thinking like Mandingo or whatever you call them. You know, Mandingo, whatever. It just like.
And here I'm gonna
Anaconda
folks,
shit. You know,
I'm gonna pull up just the guy and show PX, and I just want your reaction. All right.
Okay.
I just want your reaction.
And this is the guy she fucked that wasn't a partner.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even see what the partner looked like.
Which, by the way, here's the thing I also want to say before we get any further.
Okay.
If that's your thing, go nuts. Go nuts.
On both parties, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
partner.
I will never be someone that tells anybody what to do with anything.
Yeah,
I
okay.
never will. I never will.
Have fun.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do your thing. Be safe. Don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone, is cool with it.
Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not anybody to judge anybody. That being said, I, like many men, had a relatively visceral reaction. No, visceral is the wrong word. I think the reaction would be better described as, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh hell no!"
So what
No.
you're saying is that people have watched the video of this Lena the Plug getting fucked by her non-dude.
Yes.
And most of the men are just like,
literally,
no.
I open it up. The very first thing is the full video
Shut
on Twitter.
up.
This
On
is how
Twitter?
leaked this thing is. This got leaked instantly.
Wait, but do they show everything on Twitter? There's no way they show everything on Twitter.
PX, do I have permission to show you something that is wild
I
right
want
now?
to see. What? This
The
is on Twitter?
whole thing is on Twitter.
What is this on?
The whole thing.
When did Twitter start doing this?
Twitter's always had porn. Twitter has always had porn.
What?
Porn on Twitter's been a thing. Are you new to Twitter porn? Holy shit,
Yeah,
PX, are you new to Twitter porn?
I didn't even know that
Dude.
thing existed.
Dude.
Is it called twitterporn.com or is it?
No, it is just porn on Twitter. But I am. Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't know. Why don't people just watch porn like normal people?
Because it's never enough. Come on now. You need always
Yeah,
need
but I'm
something
sure
new.
wouldn't that stuff? Oh no, but it's a leak, so it's not as
By the way, I have to say, about 18 minutes and
I was
25 seconds
shocked.
ago, I didn't know this was the direction this was going. But I'm very happy it is. This rules. This is hilarious.
I mean, we're going in any direction
By the way,
at this point.
second, I'm just scrolling through multiple accounts having posted this
and those
entire
don't get taken
thing.
down. Those don't get taken
Oh no,
down.
there's a bunch that are taken down, but
Oh,
they're
but
not
they don't
taken down for
fast
porn.
enough.
It's not taken down for porn. It's taken down for copyright infringement. This is supposed to be on OnlyFans.
Oh,
You're supposed to be paying for this, dude.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
So then, if someone posts a video on there that has no copyright infringement, they'll leave it up.
Yeah, dude, we can just look
Prove
at
it.
porn on.
Prove it. I want to see. because
Have you ever- okay.
I've never heard of Twitter porn, and if you've heard of Twitter porn, like, tell me what. Do you have to have your settings at like a certain?
Be
You have
above
to be
be above 18.
Yeah.
Be above 18. Be above 18, and I think you can have like different like graphic
But
settings.
are those things getting taken down too? Or no, that's a
Fuck
channel,
no.
that's a page.
Fuck
Like that
no.
person is completely
Fuck no.
dedicated.
No, she's celebrating
wonder-
900,000 subscribers. What are we talking about here? No, dude, you
wonder
can go crazy.
People are on Twitter still.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
well, that's what I'm gonna be looking at tonight. It's like,
And by the way,
I've been looking at Pornhub.
I understand that. I
RedTube.
understand
Those
that.
are like
I've been,
my go-to.
Yeah. And I understand that I've been saying this with an egregious amount of confidence. I understand that I've been saying this with an egregious amount of confidence. It's not necessarily like my forte, but it's for sure a thing that you can find so quickly.
I'm gonna look because I didn't know that
Yes.
existed. Does Instagram have the same thing?
No, Instagram
Oh,
is
okay.
Instagram will get mad at you for showing your nipples.
What, even if you're like, subscribers, like private.
I don't. I don't
Well,
know.
I heard
don't
on
do any of that.
Facebook and Instagram, depending on what you identify as, like it was on there, like depending on what you identify as, will determine if you can show your nipples or not.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because I think you can have, as a dude, you can have a post, you can have a shirtless picture. There's tons of shirtless pictures of dudes on there. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, but then there's like chicks if you identify as.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that.
Which by the way,
show your boobs.
What if you just like, as a woman, made an account, just put your setting on male,
That's
and
what
then
I said.
just posted like
would they say anything? I mean, you know what I mean? How would they know?
I mean, I'm sure there'd be something.
I was like, I think I'm gonna go test it out. I was like, I'm all posting them all. It's not my titties though. It's
plug the link for that. Plug the link. Let the people know.
AI titties.
Shout out, dude. Yeah, that's to all the audience out there. If anybody could put together some good AI porn of the Your Worst Neighbors podcast, I would at least be interested to see if it was possible.
Jorge is gonna be what the fuck.
Oh, dude, you're so right. I didn't realize that it was definitely going to be us fucking Jorge. That rules. No, that rules. The hell yeah.
I
support
Jorge.
this.
I can't wait for him to get
Jorge,
here.
I hope you show up during this podcast because I want to talk to you about exactly that subject.
Be intense.
I want to talk to you about exactly that subject. This has been a wild first 20 minutes, but we're not even through this story yet.
No,
I haven't even showed you this guy yet. I haven't even showed you the dude yet.
I saw his body part.
Yeah, you did see that.
It was like a leg.
Yeah,
Let's just say that it was like a leg. And for those who do not know what Twitter porn is, I do recommend looking it up if you like porn, because I did not I'm shocked. I thought Twitter was like a good, like, you know, the little bird. I thought it was like people just go in there. So is there still a max character limit when they post stuff like that?
Yeah. You can't say everything. Actually, no. I think if you are on Twitter Blue now, if you pay for it, you can say as much as you want. I think
that's interesting.
But also,
are you on Thread?
Reading it?
Are you on Thread?
No, I'm not on Thread.
Yes, I am.
No, I'm not on Thread.
Yes, I am.
I know you are. I know you are. Promote it.
I'm on it only because I saw someone else on it, and I was like, "What is that?" Okay, I'm gonna click on it, and I was just like, "Oh shit, this is so stupid."
I thought about it for a second, but then once I found out that like you if you couldn't get rid of it without getting rid of your Instagram account, I was like, I don't want to mess with it.
It's just an extra thing, but it's like you can post without having to post pictures.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of like Twitter. Ooh, I wonder if there's a Thread porn.
It is probably not, because Meta doesn't get down like that. Meta doesn't party like that.
Wait, what do you mean Meta?
Like the company, like Meta, like like Zuckerberg's company that owns Facebook and Instagram and all that. Yeah.
Isn't there like something else that what it means when it's like beginning, like starting phase? Isn't that like Meta too? Like. Or beta, sorry, it's beta. I'm thinking. Okay,
like
I was getting the words mixed up.
It's like the second step. I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, so when I see the Meta, that's
that's Zuckerberg's company. That's what they changed.
Pay attention,
because it was like Facebook was like the name of the corporation,
right?
And then they changed the name of the corporation to Meta, and now the product is Facebook and Instagram and Threads and all that.
Wow, the corporation.
Yeah, exactly. So now when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's not the Facebook corporation. It's Meta. It's this whole thing. We work with VR. We do cool stuff. All that stuff. Which, by the way, Meta, if you want to give me money, I will stop talking shit. It's not a problem. I will absolutely bend at the knee immediately if there's a check in the mail.
Hashtag Meta.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, I will plug it in a second. I'll sell out. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Zuckerberg. I'll sell out in a minute. Okay, so finally, after much ado, well, I have a picture. It's both of them fully dressed, but the dude next to her. Okay, you ready?
The anticipation. Are you showing me just the dude?
Yeah, dude,
are you going to show me her? Can you show me the other dude together? The other dude later?
I'll show you him next.
Yeah. I want to see what he looks like.
Do you want to see that first? That'd be funnier. It'd be funnier to see him first. And then
Okay. We'll see what that would be actual funnier. Dude looks like.
Yeah.
Adam, right?
Adam 22. Which, by the way, also again, I'm not on here to bash anybody. Like if do your thing, do your fucking thing.
I know, but I just want to see what they look like, because
it is
Adam 22 gave up his lady. Well, he didn't give her up, but
and that's the thing, is that it is work. Like it is what they do for a living.
It's like people doing their occupation, and that's their occupation. I mean, if I was in that line of work, and then
so here's the two of them just being normal.
This is her and her dude.
Yeah.
Is this on Twitter?
No, it's just online.
Oh, okay. He's tall. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
How come she looks so different? Maybe because of the red carpet shit. Okay, she looks fabulous.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah.
Tall
And then-
guy.
yeah,
How tall
her
is he? He
makeup's
looks hella fucking tall.
I think he's like, well, she's also like 5'2".
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
so,
like
so he's
5'2".
like, and he's 6 feet.
He's
so
like
it just
6
looks
foot,
double
6'1",
height.
6'2". He's probably like 6'2", probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then,
he's hella tall. I like tall
then,
guys. Oh my god! I've seen. Hold on.
What a great!
Hold on.
That was
I wanna
genuine
say-
reaction right there. That was a genuine. Oh fuck!
I want to say I've seen. If I haven't seen him, I'm
You
gonna
absolutely
definitely look.
have. You
I
absolutely
want to
have.
say I've seen him.
You absolutely have.
She looks so happy.
Have you ever watched that one porn site that starts with a B and ends with a lact?
But ends with a B.
Starts with a B.
Starts with a B.
Ends with a lack.
Oh yeah.
He's there a lot.
Oh yeah, then I have seen
Yes,
that because
he's
that's on
there a lot.
Pornhub.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
That's
Yes,
on
it is.
Pornhub.
Yes, it
and
is. Yes, it is.
RedTube. Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Yes,
admit
you-
it. I
you
do
have-
like watching porn. So
You have seen it a lot. Dude, shout out porn. But
yeah, shout out to porn. Oh no.
these reactions is what happens every time I just show PX a picture of this woman standing next to this other guy.
She looks like she's gonna eat him up.
Dude, that's why I was saying. Okay, and admittedly, I will
But
say I
you
watched.
think she's gonna leave her dude?
No.
Or, like, what if she
I don't
wants to
think
fuck
she's gonna. I
both
don't
of
think
them?
she's gonna leave the dude. It's just one of those things where it's like, and look, for the sake of the podcast, because I knew either now or on Sunday we were gonna talk about this, right?
Yeah.
So for the sake of the podcast, I did my research, right?
Yeah,
I did
no,
my
you
research.
You did.
All 29
Sorry, was it
minutes
supposed to be
worth.
on that?
All 29 minutes worth of my research. And I will say, it was like at no point were they like making out or kissing or anything like that, right? Which was like it was noticeable.
Right, it's like straight up like porn.
It was,
like
yeah,
they're
it was-
just getting to the point type of thing.
But goddamn, did it look like she wanted to?
So
and this
that
is
was probably a rule. Did they not kiss at
yeah,
all?
it was a rule. It was obviously a rule.
Oh,
it was one of those things where it was like obviously a rule, and obviously she.
Did it seem like he knew that it was a rule?
They both knew it was a rule.
Okay.
It was definitely a rule. It was
But they were,
definitely
like,
clear.
Passing each other's mouths type of thing.
She was about it. And here's the thing. I know people out there are going to be like, well, she does porn. This is what she does. She's an actress. Bullshit. She is a terrible actress. They put out here's and I'm not
people are watching
and I'm not
it,
bashing it.
you
I'm
know?
not bashing. I'm not being an asshole. I think she's
I mean,
what she does
you
is
just
very
said it.
cool.
She's a terrible actress.
What she does is very cool. What she does is very cool.
What she does is cool.
What
Okay,
she does
got
is
you.
cool. Both the porn and
We're
like the
gonna get
YouTube shit.
canceled.
And like the
The only
YouTube
show
shit.
that we do
and
without
like the
work.
YouTube shit. Well, look, and the YouTube shit. It's very cool, and I
Yeah.
support all of it, and I'm down with all of it, and I think that
believe you, Sam.
good on her.
I believe you.
I know. Good on her.
I believe you.
Well, and I feel like I'm not saying that out of a thing of like, oh, I need to protect myself. I'm saying that out of a thing. It's like that's how I
No.
feel. Like that's,
Yeah.
I want to express
Like,
that
she's
this
having
is
fun
cool.
doing what she's
Yeah.
doing, and it's cool. Yeah.
I always will stand in the party of, dude, do what you want. I will never support anyone telling you not to do something you want to do.
And that's what her boyfriend's doing, isn't it?
Exactly, and I think that's beautiful to a degree. I think that's beautiful. It's not my fucking relationship. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. If it's not my fucking deal, I think it's beautiful.
Oh my god! I can't.
I'm fucking around.
No, but it's the truth though, because it's like,
Yeah.
like you think about it, like I'm thinking in an outside perspective, like she's getting her money. They're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're getting paid. Like they're doing.
Well, and
they're
also
having
like
fun.
there is like the moral fairness of like they have hooked up with how many chicks now?
Yeah.
It's like if not 100
Yeah, what's
more, like
one?
it's like a lot. It's like
What's one chocolate man?
about 10.5 inches.
It's like a big hunk. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's literally like the big hunk of the chocolate
Well,
bars.
and it's one of those things where it's like I should say that before I get into that. Follow up the bad actress part. The only reason I say that is I've seen like the fake planned like the fake reaction videos and like other stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, bad acting. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, I can tell that you knew about that. Like, you guys set this up, right?
Yeah,
there's
like you
for
guys can't kiss?
There's a video. No, there's a video of like where like he got her her boyfriend got her like a car as a gift or something like that. And
Okay.
he's like, hey, surprise. She's like, oh my god, baby, I love it. And it's
Yeah.
like so obviously like
It's not a surprise.
Somebody had to set up this tripod. One of you saw this.
I mean, I have heard, I'm not saying this is my opinion, but
Yeah.
I have heard that porn stars in general aren't like the best actresses. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, PX,
that's what I've
then
heard,
they'd be
but-
actual actresses.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why when you said her acting was terrible, I was like,
which
well,
is
that makes
what,
sense.
and the point being, which is why when you saw
I don't
moments
give
in
a
this
fuck. I
video,
would
you
be
were
a terrible
like,
actor. I would love to be a terrible actress, actor, whatever. But knowing
Here,
these bitches are
I'll show
getting
you.
paid,
I'll show you this, which is why.
like,
Here, this is literally the exact video I was talking about. We don't have the audio to pull it off today, but I'll show you.
yeah,
right?
okay, I want to see it.
Pull up a headphone so you can hear. What I'm
Okay.
doing. But like,
Proud of you doing your first ever BBC scene that I
BBC.
oh yeah, so this was the gift for having done that scene. But watch the acting.
Oh yeah.
Right. And now here's the quote tweet that I loved so much.
Bitch can't act worth a damn. That's all.
The
Your face
response
is
is
genuine.
yeah, bitch can't act worth a damn. That's how you know this face is genuine. And those are some real rolled back eyes if I've ever seen them. Those are some real rolled back eyes right there, dude.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
rough.
know.
It's rough.
I don't see her leaving her man though, or anything.
No.
And I don't see that
Nor-
guy being like, I
don't
want to marry you.
I don't
you
think
know?
that she would leave him. I don't think that she.
I hope
no,
not.
Of course not.
This is their work.
Of
this
course
is
not.
like saying like,
Well, and that's the thing is it's we are looking at somebody's job as something we don't understand, which is totally fair, right? This conversation, it could be us laughing about how ridiculous we think it is to like, I'm trying to think of something that's like crazy, like to like try to like be a zookeeper that works with lions or some shit like that,
Okay,
right?
a zookeeper that
How
works
about
with-
this? How about this? Just a few weeks ago, we made fun of somebody whose occupation it was to try to go down and look at the fucking Titanic because that's stupid. It's a stupid thing to try to do, and it's a silly thing, and it's fun, right?
Yeah.
This is just another job that we find a silly aspect of. We
Yeah.
do find another silly aspect of this job. Just happens to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Well, and she's making bank.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, and what do you think her worth is?
Oh, dude, they make money. They make money. They have one of the bigger. They're top something percent in OnlyFans. They're doing well.
Like how well? Like, I'm just curious.
doing well.
Like 10 million, 20
I
million?
honest to God, would not trust the
Internet.
net worth, internet opinion of the net worth of like an OnlyFans star. I feel like that's going to be anywhere from a little jaded to all the way jaded
Yeah.
in terms of like how that's going to come across.
I've heard that there are women on there doing OnlyFans where they're just walking around in bikinis.
Oh yeah.
And they're getting like 10,000 racks like a week or something crazy.
Dude, there is this
I was like, I wish I felt secure enough to wear a fucking bikini. Fuck. Like
a buddy of mine told me about this like cam chick that he follows on shit, right?
yeah. And he pays for it, right?
I
no.
don't think I think you can for like private shows and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
when it gets like really
Oh.
dirty, you can.
Yeah.
But it'll be a thing where she'll just like make dinner in like a bikini, or like just like walk on a treadmill without like pants on,
Okay.
and it's just like that's all it is. But it's
Yeah.
like it's still kind of dope to look at.
Right. I mean, well, you think about what people were jerking off back in the day, right?
Well, and it's one of those things. It's like I don't know about you. It's like there is something to novelty. There's something very specific, and I don't know if it's just a more of a guy thing. I don't know if it's across the board. I don't know if it's just a weirdo thing.
No,
but
I think that
yeah, there's
most people.
there's something to something being different, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like I'll always say there's almost something hotter about like nudity that's not in like a normal nudity setting.
Right. Well, because it's like new.
Exactly. It's like, whoa,
New.
that's not supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
And it's like why like all those like occupational like porn things are a thing, right? Not even porn things, but like attraction shit. So it's like why would you have somebody in like a French maid's outfit? Or
Okay.
why would you have somebody like as a nurse? Because
Right.
seeing sexuality and seeing nude in
Occupations.
those places where you normally wouldn't, there's something hot about it. And plus the fantasy that comes with it, there's also like you can do something. Like it's fun.
That's funny that you say that because they do have nurses outfit, and I have cousins that are nurses. So now I want to ask them. I'd be like, "Do you guys role play?" I mean, like, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not gonna have the imagination in my head because I've seen you guys in Scrubs.
Well, and it's so funny because like, is there a less sexual piece of clothing than Scrubs?
Right, the real Scrubs, right?
Like real
Not
Scrubs.
not
There's
the
very
nurses
few
outfit
things
that they sell.
Dude, a nurse's outfit that they sell is like a shrunken version of what they would have worn in like the Civil War era. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's
like
like
super
a little tiny white apron that like barely
Yeah,
covers your fucking
yeah.
clit. It's like what the
Yeah,
fuck are
and-
we talking about?
And then the French maid outfit.
Yeah, same thing, but it's black and a little frilly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I used to I never looked at Halloween as like, oh, let's dress up like sluts. And I felt like that was like the occupation slut day.
Well, I mean, also, dude, it's just the thing with Halloween, and it's the thing that bothers me the most about it is it's like, be slutty, but be original. I hate a basic slut. A basic slut bothers me. I love an original slut. I love an original slut. But how many cats and fucking angels and devils and cheerleaders can we see?
Right.
Get it.
But when they have dead ones, right? You're like, oh, or zombie ones. You're like, oh, that's
hot
clever.
zombies fun.
Yeah.
That's different. It's interesting. Or I don't know. Weirdly enough, anytime I think there were 2 years in college where like Halloween time I was single, and I remember the parties that I went to always like ended up dancing, like being more attracted to the girls that were like dressed funny than like trying to be sexy.
Right.
Like funny is like the funny rules. Like if especially if you pull it off, it rules. Like a good, whether it's ironic
funny or scary too. Like I've seen
genuinely scary.
Yeah, like I've seen some bitches. I'm like, holy shit, how'd you do that? It looks so good.
She's been working on her makeup since 10 a.m. and she's like going hard in the paint.
She's like, what makeup?
Exactly. This is how I am.
Before makeup.
I'm gonna go home and listen to The Cure after this.
I don't think. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh.
But anyhow, yes. So basically, all of that 30 minutes to get around to the point of she ended up doing a scene with this other guy.
Like, we're in a forest now.
I know, dude.
We're canceled. Or he's like, what the fuck?
Thank God I've seen our streaming numbers on this thing.
We're good.
We'll
be
fine.
We're safe.
But like, damn.
Might go viral.
I'm not
what
sure.
If this is
I'm
the
not
episode
sure what
that
we're
goes
gonna...
viral. Or he's like, I fucking hate you guys.
I know.
We love you.
I don't know. I feel like this has been pretty sex positive.
Yeah, no,
it's been pretty sex positive.
Yeah, we're encouraging, we're empowering. You know, we're telling people watch porn and Twitter porn. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't know. I feel like I have, and it needs to evolve further, as many things will always do. But I have a very similar approach to all of that stuff as I do to like someone who would have been progressive in like the 70s. I'm just like, I'm okay with all of it, just not happening in my household. Just not having it here. But I'm okay with all of you doing it.
You know what? Like, I'm not gonna lie, in the Filipino culture, like, it was one thing if, you know, because Filipino culture, like, we embrace gay people, we love gay people.
Shout out gay people.
Shout out to gay people. Shout out to Filipino people. But there are those Filipino parents out there that do not accept if their own son comes out. You know what I mean? And it breaks my heart, but at the same time, they still fucking thrive. And then, you know what I mean? I was just kind of like, it's weird.
Well, it is weird for me, and maybe it is because I was fucking born at the end of the 90s.
Yeah.
I fucking grew up in a very progressive city and all that. And it's like the concept of just caring what the fuck somebody else is into is so wild to me.
Yeah.
Just like spending the time to be
too much
angry
for you?
about that.
Oh.
It's just so silly. It's just so silly. I'm just like, why worry about it, dude?
You're like, life's short.
It's life short, but it's also just like there's so many more worthwhile things to get up in arms about than opposed to fucking whose dick goes where. It's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, well, and you know, life's short. I'm glad these people, I hope these people stay together for a really long time. It sucks that dude's getting backlash.
He's getting backlash from like, and it
like own your woman type of bullshit, right, or something like that. Like, or
more
like
how you gonna let exactly, that's what it is. How you gonna let that happen?
Women, I don't mean like that.
Yeah, we know what you mean. No, and it is one of those things where it's like, I'll sit here and like I did on the podcast and like I joked about it. I'll be like, that's not happening in my relationship. Part of why that's definitely not happening in my relationship is that
it wouldn't happen.
It never could happen.
Yeah,
it never could. It never could.
It's like when people are like,
to be fair, not to say my girlfriend probably couldn't pull great dick. I'm sure she could. I'm sure she could. Shout out my girlfriend. I'm sure she could pull great dick.
Hypothetically, would you that would not fly with you? Hypothetically,
dude, look. How about this? If we're diving into the deep end of my girlfriend doing porn with other dudes,
like, that's your occupation.
Yeah, if it was like, let's say I am the dude who has the porn star girlfriend who does the podcast and hooks up with other girls.
Yeah.
If we're diving into the swimming pool of her sleeping with other dudes.
Yeah.
We're not going that far in the deep end immediately, dude.
Okay.
We're not starting there. We're not starting
Well, what
there.
if you guys started at the very beginning before you guys started fucking all the chicks? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if?
Oh, what if that was like the first thing? What
Yeah.
if like, she was like, "Yo, I want to do this."
Well, like you do, Jan,
Nah.
and I do. You would have been like, "This is it. This is over."
No. It's not
I'm
that it's.
hoping there's
I
more
just be
women.
like, yeah, no, dude, I can't. And here's the thing.
Oh.
I am a grown up enough to admit this, dude. I will admit this. It's about me and my insecurity and my problems
Okay.
with me as a person. It has nothing to
You
do
heard
with
it here
you.
first
It
in
has
your
nothing-
worst neighbors.
Exactly.
Podcast. He's like, I'm insecure as
Yes,
fuck.
yes. Well, in comparison to that shit,
If anyone's not googling this guy, I mean this chick, Lena
dude,
the
if you-
Plug,
if you've
look
listened
it
to
up
this
on
much of
Twitter,
this
that's for sure.
podcast-
Look it up on Twitter.
if
'cause
if you've listened to this much of this podcast and you haven't looked it up by now,
oh my god,
that's incredible.
You're missing out. You're missing out. Like, I don't care who you are. You could be a fucking prude. You're missing out because just like you'll be shocked that there's even porn on Twitter. That's like my main thing.
PX, can I tell you a secret that we're not going to tell the audience?
Yeah,
Just
go
you and
ahead.
me right here.
Okay, what is
Just you
it?
and me right here.
Yep.
You and me right here.
Yeah.
You fucks are good.
Oh, no.
You fucks are good. Oh, dude.
And Adam in the next
He lays that
episode,
shit
YouTube.
down.
I believe it. That guy's a professional. These
Dude.
are YouTubers gone porn. And that guy,
It's one of those things.
Mandingo, whatever that
it's
guy's
one of those
name
things.
is.
It's one of those things where it's like
He's-
you see transitions in position without his dick coming out, and you're like, how is this happening?
Well, in the video that you showed me too, he wasn't fully.
Oh, no.
So that was like massive, and he wasn't even
No.
fully. And I was like, oh my god,
No.
like that, and she's tiny. I'm like, is it even gonna?
Well, no, and
fit?
it is one of those. It is one of
my
those things
God.
where it's like, I think it was the comedian Michelle Wolf. She had a bit about it at one point many years back about like she was like, I'm only 5'3". How much room do you think there is inside of me? Right?
Yeah.
Which is all. It's just
I mean, it's still possible.
yeah. Oh, we can make things. Anyone can make things happen. Anyone can make things happen.
Things are possible.
Anyone can
People-
make things happen.
We're spitting out babies out of there.
Exactly.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
But her point.
I
is
haven't
her-
seen an 8-pound dick anywhere, so
Well, I mean, I think that's about as close as you're gonna find right there.
yeah,
You're getting up there.
that's not 8 pounds.
It's getting up there. No, it's not. Wouldn't that be great though if we started
Maybe
weighing? Wouldn't that be
6.
great if we started weighing dicks like babies
Yeah.
though? Oh my god, it's half a pound, 4 ounces.
Look it.
That'd be so
He's
great,
40 years old.
dude. That would be so funny if we just like started treating penises like babies, like do like little baby,
Oh
like
my God.
infant photo
Yeah, you
shoots with
literally could put it
penises.
next to your arm too and put a towel around it and like
Holy
look
fuck.
it.
That's wild.
Dude, I just can't stop thinking about Will Jorge's. I'm like, he's like dad. I'm like,
Honestly, I feel like he's
think
gonna
it's
be
funny.
annoyed that he missed out on this one. I feel like he's gonna be annoyed that he
no.
missed out on this one.
You know what's gonna be funny? I can imagine us like trying to bring it back and talk about
We're
it.
gonna
and
be
like,
so over it.
Yeah, we're
we're gonna
like,
be so over it.
That was
You know what the
old.
scary part about this is, though, right?
Yeah.
This is the podcast
What's
that comes
scary?
out first of the ones we're doing this weekend. This
Oh,
the one that comes out. This one's out like Monday,
Yes,
dude.
it's gonna be hot.
This is out like
fire.
Monday, dude.
The views are gonna be the
This is
views,
topical.
The listens are gonna be.
I'm gonna
it's
have no
current.
choice but to clip something about this topic.
Oh,
There's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
no.
current.
There's gonna be no choice.
This is good. This is great. I'm
Our-
excited. I can't wait for this to already drop. And
Our cutout in the back of the clip is gonna be wild this week,
I'll be like dope editing. Oh my god.
dude. PX is gonna chill off to our fucking clips.
Dude.
This is wild,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Hell yes.
Fuck yeah.
Shout
I
out.
already. I mean, thanks to Sam, I know what I'm watching tonight.
Yeah. I produced
Lena
this
the Plug.
podcast. I also produced them like
Yeah, he
a
has
great
good
list of points.
referrals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh,
I was
you know
surprised.
what? I wanted you reminded me of something that at one point was supposed to be in a joke, but never ended up getting there at any point, just because of my own laziness. But I did think it was great, and I just loved one sentence of it, and it was that the Phoenix Suns owner, he had to sell the team because he was a pretty bad owner. He just had like a lot of like. It was a bad workplace environment. There was like a harassment going on, right?
Was this before the gangbang or after the gangbang?
After. But after. I didn't even
Oh, I
think about
wonder
that,
why.
but after. Yeah. Hell of a
Okay.
workplace environment.
The plot thickens.
Oh.
Don't say thickens.
I was gonna say I think it's pretty thick.
Don't say thick.
Oh man. But one of the things that they like accused him of, not accused him of, like they got him on, was that to a select group of male employees, he would send them like porn videos. He would send like in like an email chain. He would like send them
What
like
position
porn
was
videos.
he again?
He was the owner of the team, and he would like send like other like people within the like not players, but he would send like other people in the front office, like other like other.
Like sexual harassment shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't like sending. He wasn't like sending clips to. He was like just sending it to like it was like a dude's thing. They were like, oh, show it. He was like,
Okay.
here, boys, here's the porn this week, right?
What the
Which
I don't know what work environment that even has
the kind where they make you sell your team.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like an email chain. He was just throwing links in there.
Wait, so he was forwarding these, or was he sending these?
He was sending links. He was sending links. But here's what I had to say about
I have to say,
dude,
the Phoenix Suns IT department sucks because I feel like big corporations, they flag that shit so quick. It doesn't even get
He's the
through.
owner. He's the owner of the
Oh, yeah, that's
franchise.
right.
Who's
What
gonna stop him?
the fuck?
They had to wait
No
for the league to
one.
find out. They had to wait for the league to find out.
Oh, and that's how he took the step
dude.
down.
But here's my point on top of all of this. I don't know how mad I would be at my boss for that.
For sending the porn?
Yeah.
I mean, it
because
depends.
think about it.
Okay, it depends on what kind of porn. Like,
It-
let's say
true, but also like I don't know. I feel like I spend way too much time every time I go to watch porn trying to figure out what the fuck
what
I
to
want to
watch.
watch.
Dude, it's like Netflix. Like, you're flipping through and like, do
Literally-
I like that? And then you'll try searching for what you want to watch.
Can I tell you what I called it?
Yes, go for it.
I was like, he's basically HelloFresh for porn.
Oh,
It's just like new, fresh, delivered every day. It's just, oh my god! It's just. I know exactly what I'm eating. It came
HelloFresh.
right here.
Shout out to HelloFresh.
Shout out
We get
HelloFresh, dude.
free-
HelloFresh. Use promo code Your Worst Neighbor. For, 2%. No, our promo code probably would just be it'd be shorter.
Yeah, don't do that. You're gonna get an error message.
I know you will.
Yeah.
It's
They're
gonna
get a lot of
cost you
complaints.
extra.
Yeah, they're gonna get a complaint. They're gonna be like, people keep entering this your worst neighbors.
Actually, though, to be fair, if we could like get 1,000 people that entered that promo code,
That'd be
I
hilarious.
bet you
You'd
we
break.
could get them to be like, "Yo, clearly people are listening. Clearly
Yeah.
people care. We don't have to show them the numbers, dude. Fuck that."
It's probably just gonna be nobody. It's not even gonna be anybody.
But yeah, I think to put a hat on this, shout out Lena. Shout out
Lena, Adam, 22.
Shout out that dude's massive cock.
Yeah, Mandingo, whatever his name is. I don't know. What it is.
Should we pull up his name? Because I feel like
we have to
we
give him
haven't
a little bit of
credited him.
credit,
I know.
yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, and he was like the main event. You know what I'm saying?
I think she was supposed to be, but I think he definitely stole the scene.
Oh no, he stole the show.
Stole the scene.
He stole the show, and they're like, now I'm like curious to see the actual awkwardness of them trying to like fight the feeling, you know.
Jason Love, shout out Jason Love.
Jason Love.
By the way,
he
looks like
a
fucking
Jason
Jason Love. Dude.
He looks like
him.
Jason Love.
He
Oh my
looks like
God.
it.
I love that.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, Jason. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You've definitely seen this. Yeah. We've all seen this guy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna let
But
Jorge
some
know we've got
people
an
not-
extra like 15 minutes left, and if
Some
he's gonna pop over.
Some people might not have known. Like, I feel like if you don't watch porn, I think you should try it. And
Get into it, dude.
dude, totally get into it. And then if you're like, oh, I don't know about watching porn, go to Twitter. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Here's
it
the,
like hashtag porn?
here's the problem though, and I can hear. No. You just like you. Honestly, you can kind of do it like Pornhub. You can just like put in the words you like,
Yeah.
and like things like that will. And here's the thing: it's not nearly as catered. You have to go through a lot of bullshit, and because it is Twitter, it's like
It's just fast and it's current, like until it gets taken down.
Yeah, you also will see like adjacent stuff that you don't really want to sometimes.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
like that will happen. And
That's like in the black market,
again,
right?
I'm saying this like it's like my go-to thing.
Black
I'm not
market?
a. No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No, and I'm saying it's not that because from what I hear from other people, that really does exist and it really is scary and
Yeah,
no
it
one
is
really
scary.
should pay attention to it. And I don't really want to talk about it on here to bring more attention to it, to be fair. But
And on the
yeah.
next episode.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's why bring more attention to the horrific thing that's already doing so much damage?
Yeah, no. I
but
didn't even
like-
know that
but-
was the damage, but I thought it
oh,
was just humans, period. I thought it's humans
It
doing
is.
the damage.
It is. But it is the humans doing the damage. But it's like once you get off the main servers, all of a sudden it's questionable
Yeah.
who's who's truly there of their own fruition, who's
that's too much. I'll stick with the www.
Yeah.
Dot.
If it comes up on the first, here's
https://
If porn takes you to the second page of Google, you're going too far. You're going too far.
If porn takes you to the second page of
in
Google.
your search to get to porn, if you're looking to watch porn, and you just like go online and I don't know, just type in fucking porn to Google or whatever you do, type in your site of choice.
Yeah.
Your web browser will give you like pages, right? It'll be like first page, second page. Each one will have like 10 options. If you need more than 10 options.
Yeah, no, that's
But unless there's something like specific you're looking for, unless you have like your specific thing.
I think there is sometimes something specific that people are looking for.
But
like, I'll flip through shit and I'm just I'll fast forward. I'm like, no.
Well, no, but that's like on the videos. I'm talking about like on the initial, like here, let's just fuck it. I don't care.
Is it Twitter?
No, this is just my phone.
Okay.
So if I just go here, if I just open up Google and I just type the word porn into Google.
All right, Pornhub would be the number one.
the first.
Yeah, right?
X videos, porn, X, right?
Right.
If I scroll down to the bottom here.
Okay. Yeah.
And I go more search results.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, because
those are murky
you had
waters.
to scroll through 20
different
links.
sites. Do you know how many videos are on those 20 sites?
A lot.
More than we'll ever be able to watch in our lifetime.
And I just go pornhub.com.
Yeah, exactly. And
I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do this a lot. I always watch porn on my incognito browser. I don't know if it matters, but like no one goes through my fucking phone. But sometimes if my kids use my phone, like they're like, let me go look on the internet. No, like, so that would be like the fucking nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I'm so glad I don't have to deal with. Oh,
and I will say,
I don't have to fucking deal with that shit.
as we bid our topic adieu. Speaking of Land of the Plug, do you want to do plugs real quick?
Yeah.
Do you want to get those in?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Let's get those in.
So first Thursdays we have the Cats. I'm actually closing out the show in August. Oh, and it's supposed to be Your Worst Neighbors, actually. You want to follow Your Worst Neighbors. Let's do that first. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Your Worst Neighbors. Only because I was closing that show. That's why I got excited.
No. Dude, get hyped. Get hyped.
Your Worst Neighbors. You can follow us at Your Worst Neighbors Podcast on Instagram. We're also on TikTok, Your Worst Neighbors. You can email us at yourworstneighborspodcast@gmail.com. We don't know if that email's working yet. So if you have been sending emails, please comment below or anything like this, share this. And then I'm PX Comedy. You can find me PX Comedy. PX is my name. pxcomedy.org, where you can get upcoming tickets to the Cat Show first Thursday. I'll be closing that out in August. It's going to be a really great show. And then I have First Sunday Showcase at the Foxtail, and then First Fridays, Comedians and Empanadas. You're going to want to check those out.
Fuck yeah. Check out at Sam Schmidt Comedy on Instagram. Go give that a follow there for sure.
I forgot something.
Oh, no, go ahead. Get it in.
I was like, Pretty Extreme Podcast. Don't forget to follow Spotify, Amazon Prime, all that good shit. And I just found out iTunes, I guess, wasn't even a thing anymore.
No, iTunes does not exist really.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I told my kids, I was like, oh, you can listen on iTunes. They're like, Mom, no one listens to iTunes. I was like, really?
iTunes, it's not real.
I didn't know that. Okay.
It's devolved into nothing.
Sorry, yo plug. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. Check out Sam Schmidt Comedy on Instagram. We'll keep you guys much more updated with things going on there. Obviously, as you said, go follow Your Worst Neighbors everywhere you follow podcasts and all that stuff. And go follow I Should Be Ashamed with Sam Schmidt, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
For sure as well. Also, September the 3rd, right? That's when we're doing the Your Worst Neighbors showcase over at Foxtail.
At Foxtail, yeah.
Hell yeah.
September 3rd. You guys are going to be listening to this. Put that in your calendar.
Yeah, give that in there. And then actually,
it's going to be a live
Saturday, July 29th, I'm going to be doing a guest spot over at my buddy Taka Horton's show up at the Infinity up at the Infinity Lounge down in Salem, Oregon. So go check that out if you are listening from up there for any weird reason whatsoever.
Oh, and if anybody out there that wants to do comedy, there's a bunch of open mics opening up. So be sure to check out San Jose. Come visit us.
Save yourself the heartbreak. Run away from it.
Shut up, Sam.
Don't do it, dude. I'm telling you now, man. This is like that moment from Get Out where I see the camera flash. I'm just like, run.
That movie's crazy.
Hell yeah, it is. All right, dude. We only got like 5 minutes. We only have 5 minutes, dude. What happened?
We knocked it out of the park.
What happened?
Dad's gonna be proud.
I know. All of a sudden, we just start talking about black dick, and look what happens. We just lose an hour. What
We
the
went
fuck,
through. We
dude?
just flew
the fuck?
through the episode. Who knows what we're gonna talk about next time? Now Jorge's gonna be like, I want to talk about black dick.
Jorge, I'm sorry I talked about black dick without you, dude. I'm sorry.
You missed out so much. I mean, we can show you.
Oh, dude. Jorge, I'll talk about any kind of dick with you any day. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we can break it down. We can break it down.
Yeah.
Down to
Jorge,
get
you didn't
into
miss
it.
out. I promise.
I'm down to get that. No, dude. Shout
None of you guys
out.
missed out. Everyone's listening right
I
now.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what makes me laugh about it? He's not going to listen to this whole episode.
No, he's not. He's
not
gonna
going to listen to this whole episode.
He'll watch the reels though.
He'll check out the clips I make. Yeah, for sure. But like, he will not. No, he won't.
Shout out to Jorge. You can find
Jorge,
him.
I love you.
Jorge M. Sanchez. Be sure to check him out.
Hell yeah.
Instagram. Let's see.
Oh, we should have plugged Jorge a little bit. Yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah, that's I'm doing
Damn,
it now.
Yeah.
I know.
Go follow Jorge, guys. For real.
Jorge M. Sanchez on Instagram.
I was gonna take a picture of the setup right there, and then your cat just flashed asshole just immediately.
There's no better way. That should be the photo for the episode. Jorge's gonna be like, "Great, thanks, guys."
Yeah, dude. Really, at this point, we have to bring up something else quick, or else our promo photo is really just going to be us in front of that dude getting blown.
Jorge M. Sanchez. Be sure to follow him on Instagram. Oh, and I wanted to give his podcast a shout out. GMS Podcast. Be sure to listen to that. I'm sure it's still out there floating around. I love Jorge.
Hell yeah.
We miss you. We can't wait to have you back. I thought he was gonna make it.
I did too. I texted him about 15 minutes ago. He said he wasn't gonna do it.
He was the dad that didn't make it.
I told you.
The birthday party.
Told you, dude. we didn't get our shitty wiffle ball bat.
I had faith. He owes us. He's gonna take us to like Wieners.
That's what you get for going to sit out on the curb with your backpack again. That's what you get. You gotta learn at some point, dude. Stop setting yourself up for failure. Just sitting there looking out the window like he's gonna come back. He's not. He's not.
No, he will. He'll be back Sunday.
Yeah, he'll be back Sunday. Yeah. I'm really giving him a hard time for not showing up when we decided to do a podcast 30 minutes beforehand.
I know, but you know, Jorge's he's the executive producer. He's the man.
He rules.
Like,
we're only saying all of this now because we're gonna be such kiss asses when he's here.
I know we are. And then we do our, regular lunch, and I can't wait. I love Jorge.
Oh, dude, Jorge's the best.
Yeah,
Jorge's the best. And
we're gonna make this into a ringtone for him.
I know.
Jorge's the best.
I know. We love you, Jorge. We love you so. We love you, Jorge. Don't ever go.
I think my cat likes her singing.
Just turned away, dude.
He's like, actively. Are you listening to this?
Like,
are you listening to this? That's what he was doing.
I love cats because they're an animal that really can show disgust well.
Yeah.
I appreciate disgust.
Straight up judging.
Oh, yeah.
They are straight up judging.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like all animals are.
To a degree.
I think they're all judging. But,
I think, to a degree, I think it's the difference, though, between like, judging for the sake of judging and judging for, like, survival's sake.
Oh,
like I'm pretty sure a dog will be like, this is dangerous. Yeah. Whereas a cat will be like, you look stupid.
Yeah. And it's not dangerous.
Exactly.
Watch me like jump out. These cats, they're like so agile and freaking, which by the way, I'm a grandma.
Dude, I was going to say, we got to talk about it for at least a minute.
Yes. I'm a grandma. That could be the
promo photo in front of, with just in front of them. Yes. Talk about it.
I'm a grandma. I was so excited. I knew she was pregnant, but I couldn't tell. I mean, I knew she was getting bigger, but I just couldn't believe it until she was actually giving birth. And so it was July 4th. The fireworks were going off. I just took in a stray dog, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then my kitten decided to have babies, and she's not like the past couple of months I noticed she's been kind of distant, and I think it's because she was pregnant. And then she did this thing where she kind of sat next to me and she looks at me and she goes, meow, and then walks away. And then and it's like, oh, she wants me to follow her. So I follow her, and then she lays in my dog's bed out of all places. And then I put my hand on her belly and I can literally feel the kittens moving.
Oh, dude, it was ready.
Oh yeah. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you be. You know what I mean? Like, okay, fireworks are fucking going off, right? And I'm just like watching TV, and then all of a sudden I hear meow, meow, meow. And I was like, holy shit. And I walk in, I peek, and there's just 2 little fucking kittens covered in fucking blood. And I was just like,
beautiful but disgusting.
Yeah. I'm like, does she need help? I'm like, I've seen what, like, you know, they don't just like out there in the real world, like they don't need a doctor. So I'm like, I'm just gonna watch. And then I go back in and check on her like 10-15 minutes later, another 2 fucking kids.
God.
And I was like, oh my God. And I could tell she had one morning because she just kept, every time she sat down, she just felt uncomfortable. Like she just would not, like she just kept moving. And then mind you, she's like licking the kittens, trying to get that sack off of them and shit. And I was like, ugh, I hope she cleans that shit off. But it makes sense why there's people that are like regular humans and then they want to like eat their own placentas. I mean, animals do it naturally. So did you know that was like a thing? Like people were doing that?
I know. I would never promote it, but I'm well aware.
I mean, I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying that maybe that's why they do it, because animals, the cat was doing it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so mind you, it was like actually an hour. So she started labor like at 12, and then 1 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock was the last kitten. And that's where I saw the actual kitten come out, and I almost threw up. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, okay, you're doing good. And I'm like, bloop.
This might be the only time I get to say this, so this is why I'm going to ask. You watched a pussy come out of your pussy's pussy?
Yeah, I did.
Holy shit, dude.
I did watch the pussy come out of that pussy.
Holy shit,
It was crazy. It was crazy. And it was just like Milo and Otis, the movie.
Great reference.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone.
Random reference.
Milo and Otis is a movie of a pug and a cat, and then they're like traveling, whatever. And, you know, they could have died, but I think most of those animals probably died in that movie. But that's the first time I seen a cat birth, and my kids saw that scene and they were like, bleh. And so when I saw it in real life, I was like, I'm so thankful I'm the only one here because I'd be cleaning up vomit,
dude.
So.
That's a lot.
Your worst neighbors is a grandma.
Shout out Grandma PX.
I think I should make Jorge the Godfather.
Dude, So wait, so are you gonna be giving away kittens? Are you gonna be selling kittens? What's the deal here?
Yeah, I'm gonna be giving them away. I'm gonna be giving away a couple of them. There's gonna be 2.
Yeah, you know what I think you should
kept.
do? Can I tell you what I think you should do?
No. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna.
No, go.
No,
I was kidding.
No,
go.
No, that's what happened. No.
I think what you should do, Sam.
I think what you should do is I think you should just thrust them upon people. I don't think you should ask.
Just put them in their hands.
Well, I think you should just be like, here, yeah, this is your kitten now. You have to take care of it. And
and I think people would take on to it.
They probably would.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
unless
fair,
they're allergic to kittens, to cats, because some people are.
We are within like the realm of comedy, and there could be some like real psychos within that group who wouldn't care. But like for the most part, I think if you thrust a kitten upon people, it would both be hilarious and they would accept it. But I like that idea of just being like, here's 15 years of responsibility guaranteed. Have fun.
For sure. But I think it's the best gift. Like especially, like I always tell Leslie Lang, shout out to Leslie Lang. I always tell her, I was like, you need to go get a kitty. I was like, you need to get a pet, like an animal. And she was like, no. And I'm like, she's like, I barely take care of myself. And I'm like, yeah, but maybe, you know, I love animals.
That's so real. Like I always,
it gives you a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're somebody who's like you always see like when homeless people have animals, right? Mm-hmm. That dog is almost always in better shape like than they are. Like it's always better taken care of, and it's because that person like cares more about the animal than they care about themselves.
Yeah,
and you see that across like so many levels of pet ownership. Yeah, exactly.
It's humanity.
Exactly. And it is tough to convince yourself to care about yourself on a daily basis, but when you know that something relies on you to be fed, and I mean. Of course, this goes a million times more for like a parent, but like with a pet too, it's like it's still a reason.
It's a relationship. You have a companionship, and I feel like animals become family. You know what I mean? They become
Yeah.
family. So I totally get it. And now I have 10 animals. I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, and then the 5 kittens, 5 little, and one of them, I named him Helmet Head.
Are you going to keep Helmet Head?
I want to.
Okay, keep Helmet
I want
Head.
to keep Helmet
You
Head
gotta
because
keep
he's
at
just
least one or
adorable.
two.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely keeping one. And then they're like, well, which one do this? So they're deciding. And then the other ones are going to give away.
I have no stake in it.
I love
I have no
cats.
stake in it, but also I would hold on to 2 just because I love
Yeah,
the idea of
no.
sibling pets.
Of course.
That rules.
Yeah.
I had 2 dogs that were
They're gonna be a
siblings for like the
team.
longest time. They ruled.
Yeah, no, especially when they grow old together. And I
Yeah.
love seeing those videos where they have the old dog that's like kind of by himself. And then they're like, we're going to get him a puppy. And then they get him, they're all happy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I love it.
The golden retriever in the box and he's all jumping around. Yeah, it's a great video.
Yeah, so here's
Great.
some kittens.
Oh, yeah.
So don't be surprised, you might get a kitten. Your worst neighbor. I should go give one to Jorge.
Dude. I'd probably take it.
Yeah,
That might-
that'd be so
what if Jorge was like, I needed this in my life.
Yeah,
I needed this
who
kid.
knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did say he had baby fever once, so
Hell yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, I think
Dude, that is an
that was
episode.
an awesome episode.
We probably should have opened with the kittens now that I think about it. But you know what? You know?
We went right into it. 30 minutes took us 30 minutes to talk about
But
it.
we talked about
but
it in the
was a
car
good-
on the way over.
It was like
and
a
stuff
good
that.
cliffhanger, right? We were just like inching our way. I'm like, just spit it out, Sam.
Oh my God. Yeah, we did take a while to get around to saying that.
But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I bet you everyone's going to be watching it right now.
Oh,
So.
yeah, dude. No, they paused this a long time ago to go watch.
No, they're watching. They're listening to this, and this is like playing in the background.
You know what? For as much as we talked about it, we should probably plug the OnlyFans account. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel at this point, like after like
Well, I mean, we
probably
plugged
should.
Lena the plug.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be out here telling everybody like definitely go watch the whatever because it's like no, go watch the rip because it's like no, don't go watch that. Go watch the actual like. Oh, see, look at this. Typing it in now, a few minutes later, look how many more were taken down.
Wow.
All the top ones were taken down, so we're gonna have to scroll down further to find it again
That's
if you wanted
crazy.
to.
Yeah.
Or you could go on OnlyFans and
look for Lena the plug.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and subscribe like somebody
Yeah.
who's not a
I think that's
who's
good
not
enough.
a thief.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah, we did fine.
Yeah, Lena the plug. Shout out to
Shout
Lena
out.
the plug.
Shout
Thanks for
out
being
them,
our topic.
and you know what? Shout out kittens.
Yep. Shout out to what?
Shout out kittens.
Oh yeah, that kittens.
This was a pussy heavy episode.
It was.
This was a pussy heavy episode.
It was. It was sex positive.
Very,
Yeah.
very.
So
I think we all should be. I strive to be.
yeah, no. Thank you for listening to Your Worst Neighbors.
Hell yeah.